Evening all, and welcome back to Kerbalism. We ended the last episode on approach to our Minmus probe, which is now in orbit of Kerbin, so let's pick up where we left off. It would probably make more sense to do this from the lander probe, because it's much easier to maneuver with. Okay, and I think I will switch over to the probe. Set that as our target. Obviously we don't have any extra controls with this, so let's prograde that one there. That's what we want. So let's just fast forward time until we get nice and close. Oh, we had a solar panel fail. That's okay, not a problem. That is really close. Awesome, we're going to come right alongside it. Exactly what we want. There we go. Right, and then we'll fire the engine just to stop us essentially. There we go. Okie dokie. Right. So, first thing is first. Bob. You get Bob. Oh, really? Really? This pod does not have any monopropellant on it. Okay, so what we're going to do is probably a little bit stupid, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. You fire your engine very gently that away. So transferring the fuel around or anything like that around is really going to be pretty much impossible to do unless I can park these right next door to each other, close enough to grab with Bill and Bob. Bill's the engineer, Bob's the scientist. That's what we're going to do first. We're going to go with yep, we're going to go donk. Okay. Want to very gentle to not smash any solar panels off. In fact, I'm going to retract that one because I can. And then we're going to start the engine gently. No. Ah! Oh dear, it's all going wrong. Fire the engine really gently. Do with RCS, but I don't have any on the craft, so yeah. Okay, so we'll go back to this one. We will get Bob out. On 8 you get Bob. Hold on for dear life. Don't let go. Hopefully, as this craft drifts close enough, we will be able to take all the data from it through magic herbal telekinesis. Take data. There we go. Then you can board. And we have all the data. Awesome. Now, I'm not going to bother with trying to transfer fuel or anything to it. Actually, I probably could, but I really don't want to risk anything dramatic. Let's whether I can maneuver this craft away. So extend that solar panel. Okay, there we go. Right. So, what we shall do instead is complete our contract. Let's take our orbit down quite far. Can I actually transfer fuel between you two? I need to. Or not the engine. No, I can't. Why is that? Enable crossfeed. Enable crossfeed. Ah, there we go. That does it. But I can't actually right click on things to... Oh, there we go. Now I can. Okay. Okie dokie. That's not a problem. Right. So, let's fire this up, checking where that is. It's over there. Okay. Fire this up. Bring our apparatus down to 330 to 340. Okay, there we go. 335. That is smack bang in the middle between the two there. So, let's have a look, see what fuel I've got now. Oh, I didn't even need to do the crossfeed. Okay, let's disable the crossfeed. And when we get around there, I shall just burn the rest of the fuel off from that and drop. It will become another bit of orbital debris, unfortunately. But hey ho, there's not a great deal I can do about that. All the rest of this will smash into the planet. Although I could probably do that with this. I could probably set this up so this would all crash into the planet and then... But no, okay. Let's walk around to our periaps. Shall we? Moonlander probes are almost empty. Yes, I'm not really concerned about that. Ah, look at that. Beautiful sunrise. Yes, some of these mods can make this game look absolutely fantastic. So let's carry on around a bit. We will be in the marker in just a moment. There we are. Okay. I will fire off the rest of the fuel because it's only a tiny amount. Right, let's just thrust that forward. There we go, dropped up. Okay, and then we will stage. And there is the contract complete. Awesome. And we will stage again to drop off that up there. Right. So, I suppose this pod should just head home with all the science it has on board. And we will finally have recovered... Well, the mission was to recover the science from the vessel. The bonus mission to it was to use these connection ports to save anything from it. But that kind of failed. So we're half right. So I'm happy. We're going to get the science. That's the important part. So I shall return to Kerbin. I'm going to go back up to our apparatus and slow down from there. In fact, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm not going to. Right, this engine off. I have got loads of Delta V, and the lower orbit I am when I do this, the better it is for everyone, really. Bring this down to about 50. There we go. And yeah, we shall re-enter into Kerbin, and I will see you back on the ground. A little bit of a bumpy landing, but Jeb and Bob are home. However, there are some bonus things we can get because this is the desert. So, we can get a crew report. We can a surface sample and an EVA report. And we can then get back inside. This does have a little antenna on the side, and I wonder whether deploying that, if I could click on it, that would be great. There we go. Extend antenna. Nope, that doesn't really help. Okay, these things just rock around like mad, which makes it very difficult to recover them. There we go. Okay, and we gain 333.7 science, which is awesome. We gain a little bit of money, and obviously the contract. We have spent a fair bit of money because obviously that was 3 launches. Stage recovery does recover a lot for us, but it doesn't recover everything, of course. Oh, that doesn't actually show you on here. But yeah, so we can unlock another new node. See, I jumped ahead a little bit there for that nuclear engine because I thought that was a good idea at the time, and probably wasn't really. But right, we could get some external tanks. The Sepratron. This is the launch pad and bigger fairings and bits and pieces, and bigger docking ports could be useful. Oh, the claw. That's always useful and very Kraken intensive, that one, so not too sure about that. Planes, not really doing anything with them at the minute. Probably should, but I've not unlocked. I've unlocked them, but I've not brought anything for the planes for a long while. And again, I don't really want any of that. Oh, large reaction wheels could be useful. And what do we got down here? We've got more unlocks, more probes and bits and pieces. I believe that's the probe that's the same as one we have, just with SES for going prograde and retrograde. And we have the greenhouse, which I don't think we're really ready for yet. I could put one up in orbit now, but no real point. However, I'm going to jump ahead again. I've just remembered there was something I was aiming for, which is here. Rover wheels. Because I have an idea for building a rover to go to the moon, to go to Minmus, to just drive around Kerbin. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I think if we research, and I'm going to unlock all that, we could go and explore other worlds. And here we are. Jeb, Bill and Bob are ready to launch in this very odd looking craft. This is obviously the moon rover, and it's stuck to the side of the craft simply because I don't have a fairing big enough to put it in. Essentially, it's going to be very weird to maneuver, very weird to actually try and launch and fly, but hopefully it will. Let's give it a go, shall we? Let me see, where's the moon? Not that that particularly matters. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so engines are full, SES is turned on, everything's ready. Let's go. Pitch over just a little tiny bit and hold it there. Now, obviously, I don't normally narrate the launches directly. I normally do them and fast forward them, but seeing as this is so odd in its design, thought it might be a bit more interesting, especially if it flies apart, which I am kind of expecting it to do, if I'm honest. I kind of think it's going to roll over essentially as it collects speed, because the aerodynamic forces are going to be quite strong here, pulling it over. I think I might be wrong. This might fly absolutely beautifully. We'll see. Once I can get above, sort of, I'm not really sure. Once there, you've got the blue markers here on the atmosphere at the top. Obviously, that's the thickest part. That's a bit thinner, and then that's very thin. So once we're through the thick part of the atmosphere, we might be okay. And this does look as if it's pretty stable. I'm going to point prograde so it leans over a bit. The sun must have just set, and Yeah, actually, this doesn't look half bad. I haven't put any parachutes on this. I am right on the borderline of weight for the system, so this is going to be completely destroyed. We're not going to recover any power from it. Thank you. Right. But actually, do you know what? This looks as if it's going to make it into orbit. So, I will see you once we're up there. And here we are up in orbit. We have a sort of stable orbit, but I've miscalculated something. I really thought this would get into orbit on the other stages and not require any fuel from this stage. And we've burnt half of it. We got 1,400 meters a second, and to get to the moon, to land on the moon, is 980, and then to return from the moon to Kerbin, oh, hold on, I might have missed. No, sorry, to get from orbit to the moon, sorry, I was having things wrong around there, is 1,930 meters a second, roughly, using the Delta V map, and we don't have that. So, yeah, that's clearly not going to work. So, what I'm thinking, rather than send this over there and leave them stranded, is I am going to send up a ship to refuel this one. Because I probably can. Let's see here. Bill is our engineer. Yes, double check that. Yes, he does have a screwdriver. So I can send up a probe to come up here. Bill can jump out. And I've just realised I didn't put monopropellant on this. Yeah, Bill can come out. I didn't put shielding as well. Oh my word. No, none of it has shielding. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. There goes the moon. It'll be fine. But yeah, Bill can jump out and connect the two vessels, transfer the fuel. I might also bring a tub of monopropellant because we don't have much of that. Probably do some of that. And then it can go to the moon. But I did remember to link my solar panels to an action group. So if I push that, all the solar panels will deploy very happily, like so. There we go. Let's also deploy this one. There we go. And yeah, I do need to play with the engine a little bit here. I think I need to turn down that one. No, sorry, turn down those two. That one's stronger. So the craft fires in a straight line rather than having to keep turning over, because that's weird. But okay, they're good for 143 days worth of food. So let's send up a refueling craft. And our refueler sits on the launch pad ready to go. But I remembered to have a look at some of our contracts, because money's a thing we kind of need to keep an eye on, and I keep forgetting about it. We have a contract to test a decoupler at the launch site, which is down here. So we push the button, the mission is complete, and that's it. So let's get ourselves up into orbit, shall we? And here we are up in orbit, and I have managed to get an encounter with the craft. We are approaching it now. Maneuver here, just to slow us down a bit. And then all we have to do is fine-tune our approach. Well, not really fine-tune our approach. Our approach is good, but just fine-tune the maneuver into it. Basically, that's right. Let's head over towards the target. And then I think we'll deploy the clamshell here when we're far enough away so it won't do any damage. So let's drop that out of the way. And you can see we've got a very simple probe. And here we are, pretty much at our destination. I didn't put any RCS on this. I did bring a monopropellant tank, but no actual RCS thrusters. So, yeah, this is going to be an interesting piece of manoeuvring here, I think. Just got to get this in nice and close. Not so close so that we, crash into it and burn a big ball of fiery death. Nobody wants that. But I've got to get close enough so that Bill can come out, grab one of these ports, put it on there, and then dock the two ships together. So, hopefully that'll be good. Hopefully we've also got enough fuel in here for me to deorbit this. I don't want to leave it up here again. We've had enough of that. I also need to take this off, which might require me bringing another Kerbal. Because I think that's a bit heavy, that piece. Accelerate time and get down there. Okay. Let's try and stop right here. There we go. Okay. So, how far are we away? Actually, do you think that's pretty close? So let's switch over to this one here, and I'm gonna turn this one that away, so that we can take that tank and put it on the bottom end. That makes sense. Let's tiny bit of thrust going that way. Okay, so Bill, now is your time. Let's see whether your engineering skills are up to the task. Equip that. Okay. And then please tell me you remember how to use it, because I can't. Let's see, is it G? It's G. G to grab and detach. Considering how much I used this last series, you'd think I'd know it by now, but nope. And it's H, isn't it, to attach. So, clunk. There we go. Okay, and then I want to link. We'll wait for them to get right close to each other. In fact, you know what? Grab another one of those. Then put it down here. So, then I can link, and there we go. The two craft are linked together, and that allows that to be free for me to grab easily. So apparently that's not too heavy to be used to surface attach. Okay, that shouldn't really be a problem. There should be a node there. Grab. There should definitely be a node on the bottom of that to attach thing to. So, guess not. Okay. So I will put that one there, and then put that one there. Okay. And also preemptively, I'm going to grab another one of these nodes. And I'm going to put it on the rover, because once the rover's detached, it's got no way to reattach to the craft, the lander. And the idea was that all my cables were going to go into the rover. I was going to turn off the lander and then drive around in the Rover till their supplies got a bit low, then come back to the lander to resupply. But there's no way they could jump up and dock here. So, yeah. So if I put one of these nodes smack bang on the nose, like there we go. Then all I've got to do is remember to take out the science before I connect the two together, because I don't know if that bug still exists. I just don't really want to risk it. Okay. So you can go back in there for the minute. Right. So what we want to do is transfer fuel from there to there, which apparently we cannot do. And why is that? You are connected. Okay, give me a minute. I shall be right back when I try and figure this out. So it's not working, and I thought instead, if I line the craft up like so, not very straight, I know, but yeah, I'll try and line it up so the engine's pointing in the right direction. I can use this engine to push us to the moon, and then this part should have enough delta V to land and then get home again. Maybe even this part could help with the landing, so I'm not too sure on that. So let's put all the fuel in the back of the craft. Yeah, like so. Not that that really helps, but I'm just not sure why that's not. Do you think? I don't know whether I can actually use this. Can I? No, apparently not. Ah, hold on. In, out. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. There we go. Okay. So that's not too bad. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm not sure what's broken or why it's doing that, but there we go. Resource panel comes into use there. My guess is it's something to do with this being a procedural tank. That it just doesn't like something somewhere. So not sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the liquid fuel and oxidizer in that tank and that tank. That way these engines won't fire, and only this one will. And we will burn towards the moon using this, just use this little bit of fuel here. And then once that's done, we'll disconnect, turn this around, this can come and crash back into the planet because it's got no parachute. And this can go off to the moon. So, the only question that sort of arises is, where is the moon? Apparently the moon is that direction. So let's speed up time so that becomes to the horizon. There we are. And we actually want to point prograde, don't we? Not at the moon. That would take us down into the surface. And we will fire up this engine. Prograde, please. Oh, hold on. Why are you firing? Okay, I'll leave that one firing because that's pushing us against ourselves, I think. I'm not sure, but let's see. That's yeah, that's okay. Okay, right. So yes, we will burn the fuel off in here. We will then switch to this part, burn the fuel off here, send this back to Kerbin, and we will head to the moon. And we shall get there in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.